Hello, everyone. And Brady's gonna stop sharing so we can. Numbali, are you ready?
Hi, yes, I am.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for everyone who's joining us here on the link via our Methods Lab website. Thank you also for those that are joining us from our YouTube link as well. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, without wasting any further time, today we are joined yet again by our own resident, Nombali Mafa, our hackathon champion. Nombali is going to take us through automation today. But Nombali, take it away, man.
All right, thank you so much, Cindy. Hi, everyone. I am back. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from the last time. So let me just quickly share my screen. All right, so last time, as promised, I had said that I'll show you what Strawberry did for me via email. So the last time I asked it to send me emails every Monday or every Tuesday. Let me just see. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, I'm struggling to share my screen. All right. Can I quickly rejoin because I'm not sure why it's not allowing me to share?
No problem, go for it.
Thank you.
Anyone has a joke while we wait? I'm kidding. So in our chat, for those that just recently joined, we have a link of Strawberry AI. Strawberry AI is currently the interface that helps us do an efficient search. So what we're currently doing, exploring the features that it can offer us as a research tool that helps us conduct research efficiently and also offers us automating functions. It also offers us project management skills or tools. Numbal is going to take us through those features gradually as we go on. And yeah, it's a whole series of just different tools that our expert Nombal is going to offer us at different times as a series. Currently, we are going through Strawberry AI, and then gradually we're going to get another tool that she's going to take us through, and that's geared at helping us become better, effective, and efficient researchers in Africa, because we need to solve our African problems and answer our African questions. Looks like Nombali is back.
Yes, I am. So sorry about that. But we are live now. So the last time in my session, I had asked Strawberry to schedule an email every Monday or every Tuesday, and this is the setup of the email. It structures it very nicely. So if you have a use case for it to send reminders or emails, you are more than welcome to use Strawberry for this. And then before we get started with the main item for today, so I'm just going to quickly run through the different plans that you can use with Strawberry. So there's the free plan. You are allocated 2,000 credits per month. So every month you will get 2,000 credits. So with the free plan, you can do basic tasks. You can actually do a lot of things. It's just that your credits will finish a bit faster. And then there's the intern plan. So it literally works like how an intern would work at any company. I'm not saying that it's going to steal your jobs if you're an intern or anything like that, but it would work the same way an intern would work. You can make it work for a specified amount of hours. And then there's a part timer. Also, you can delegate 15 to 20 hours of work per week. So it'll automatically do tasks for you within that specified amount of time. You get 30,000 credits per month. And then the full-time employee, again, it's not stealing your job, but yeah, it can work like a full-time employee for you. So you get 75,000 credits for that. All right. So if there are any questions about the plans, you can ask them after the session. So now we will get started. So today's session is surrounded around social sciences and research and how you can use Strawberry to automate research. So I am going to put some prompts just now. Just give me a second. All right. So I did a bit of research myself and I found out that currently in social sciences, it takes a very long time for users to do or for people to do research on certain topics, especially in literature, for example. So I found a use case with Strawberry where you can use it to automate that process of research. So taking you from using it, from doing research for weeks to a matter of a few hours. So I will get started now. So for those that are new, this is my buddy over here. His name is Research Randy, and I use him to do research and automate tasks. So let me type out my first prompt. So here's the scenario just to give you some context. So I want to do an academic literature synthesis, right? So I'm going to ask Strawberry to do this. So research the impact of automation and AI on employment in developing economies, particularly in Africa. So I'm specifying which area I wanted to focus on. Okay, and then to give more context, I will say, oh, okay, so find key academic findings from 2022 to 2026. I am doing this so that it uses recent information because in research, mostly now when you write a research paper, for example, sources from 2010, 2009, in the 90s, they're not as reliable. So to specify the time period is also important. Identify leading researchers and institutions and highlight open debates in the field. And then I can instruct it to do a Google Doc. So create a Google Doc and summarize with citations. Oops. So the last time I did specify that if you're writing academic papers, I do not recommend fully relying on AI because of ethical reasons. But if it's related to personal projects or anything that you need to really search on that you're not submitting as a graded research proposal, anything related, do not please, we need to submit ethically correct research. So another tip I can give you when prompting Strawberry, if you don't want to overuse your tokens or your credits, you can ask ChatGPT to generate an optimized or a proper prompt that you can just paste into Strawberry, because some tokens work with how many words you have within your prompt. So optimizing your prompts really helps with saving your tokens. All right, so it has indicated that it will take about 300 of my credits, and now it is searching for me online. So I did not verify how long it's going to take. So in the meantime, I'll run another task on a different tab. All right, so let me first give the scenario for this use case. So this use case is going to be about policy analysis, right? So for this one, sorry, is there someone speaking?
No, I think someone just needs to
Oh,
mute.
all right,
Yeah, that muted.
no problem. Okay, so with the policy analysis, how Strawberry helps over here. So Strawberry is a very powerful, it has a powerful feature for comparative social science work, right? So my prompt will be compare how South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, and Rwanda are responding to automation through labor policy. I'm just reading out the use case. So it's compare how South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, and Rwanda are responding to automation through labor policy and skills development programs. So for this scenario, I'm going to ask to also find recent policy documents, government statements, and expert. Sorry, there's someone's mic on. All right, there we go. So responding to automation, auto labor policy. So just for context, I'm not specifically in the social sciences space. So I myself had to do some research and apply some of my skills. And I must say that Strawberry is really concise and helpful in understanding these terms and what you need to do in your research. So not that I'm biased, but I do recommend making Strawberry your buddy, especially for social sciences. So I said for each country, find recent policy documents. This sort of reminds me of the AI policy that was made by South Africa I do not know if you guys know what happened with that, but yeah, I hope we don't see that policy when Strawberry does a search. So recent policy documents, government statements, and expert commentary. So with this one, I wanted to format it as a comparison table. So format as a comparison table. All right. So while this one is running, let me check on my other tab. Okay, it is still searching over here and it is creating the Google Doc. So you can go to the tab where it's taking control. So I'm going to just open the tab. So it's gonna type shortly. And then let me have a look at this one over here. Okay, this one is still running over here. So then on the other side, I'm just waiting for it to ask for any input that it needs. All right, so it is taking an estimated amount of 320 tokens and it's checking all the spaces that I mentioned, South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, and Rwanda. And then we're gonna just give it a chance to prompt. So also with this feature of creating documents, if you see that it's not making sense or it's typing something irrelevant, you have the option of taking control of the tab. So you can literally tell your agent that you can pause what you're doing. I am able to take over and type whatever. Then once you've typed or corrected a mistake that it has made, because AI does make mistakes, you can tell it to continue with the task that you assigned to it. So I'm just going to give both of the tasks some time. I want to just see if I have enough time to do one more. All right, so this one will be a bonus one. So with my bonus one, I want it to do automated research monitoring, right? So again, last week I made, or the last time, I made a prompt for it to set up a weekly routine of sending me an email every Monday, right? So with this one specifically with social sciences, you can set it up to or set up a weekly routine every Monday to search for the latest news, policy developments, and research publications on automation, AI, and labor in Africa. So I will ask it to do this. So the next time I speak, I will show you the email that it has been sending to me each and every Monday. Like I showed you in the other email, I've been receiving emails for the past 2 weeks on AI conservation, and it structured it in a very nice manner. Although I can tell that this is AI generated, but it did list some good information on the section that I did research on. So let me just quickly do the bonus prompt. So, okay, set up a weekly routine every Monday. I can say every Monday at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. to search for the latest news, policy, developments, and also just a tip, right? I recommend creating different agents for different use cases. So let's say, for example's sake, if you want to move from social sciences and research something else, you can create another agent for you to do that work. Because sometimes your agent, okay, most of the time your agent recalls what you searched previously. So some of the responses it will give you would be based on past prompts. So if you're searching something that is unrelated, you need to use a different agent or specify to your agent that this is not related to anything I've prompted you in the past. let's focus on this topic. So, okay, and public, ooh, oh, and research publication, sorry. On automation. So I'm going to say summarize and send to my email. All right, so let me go over here. Yes, I wanted to continue. All right, so far it has generated a report on what I asked about. So it's going to still create the content for the Google Doc. So AI automation impact on employment in developing countries and the key findings within the specified period of time that I asked for. So it also listed the articles or sources that it found the information from, gave an executive summary, and then it separated it into sections as well. So just to verify that this exists, I'll click on the DOI, and it does exist. Like I said, AI can be inaccurate or it can hallucinate sometimes. Okay, sorry, just to go back to this tab, I need to interact with it. So it has set up the routine for every Monday at 9 a.m. It will send for all of these topics over here. And then it's asking me, would you like to adjust the scope or formats of the digest at all? So I can say can focus more on Africa or South Africa specifically to keep it relevant. So I can also say focus on all of the above. All right, and then it will do that for me. So still waiting for it to do the Google Doc, but the report is here. You can also download the report if you want to keep it. So it separated it into sections, and it has given key statistics. It has given links to the report or the journal that it read from. And then, yeah, key statistics, different findings. And then here's the next section. I don't know a lot of social sciences jargon yet. I'm still learning through Strawberry, but yes, it has listed it per section and using some terminology used in social sciences. So yes, each section will have a website where you can verify the information, and it is relevant to what I had asked it to do as well. So this one is the first report that it gave me. And then there's another one that it gave. I just forgot which one I opened first. All right, I'll just open both of them simultaneously. Okay, yes. So this one is a different one. So AI automation and employment in developing economies. And then it has listed it in summary format as well, in a table format. And yes, it has listed the different researchers involved within the topic that I asked for. And it found about, let's see, 16. And then key institutions, because I did mention that it should list the key institutions involved in this type of research, and it listed them. And then open debates and controversies. And then let's see what else it has. Regional variation, so it compared per region in Africa. So there's North Africa, South Africa, East Africa, West Africa. And then also listed the key citations for this research. So then it also specifies how this report was produced. Then let me see over here. All right, so our other prompt has generated some documents already. So yes, we had asked specifically Kenya, Nigeria, Rwanda, South Africa. the response to automation, right? So, like I mentioned again, there was a policy that went out in South Africa about the AI policy, which was generated by AI. So I was really, really hoping, okay, it is mentioned in this report. Oh, and the nice part about Strawberry as well, it adds images to reports. Okay. Yeah, so basically this one is the response for South Africa. And then it also made the response for Kenya. It will continue to create responses for the other areas that I asked about. So it lists all the policies related to automation based on the country that we put. So different countries have different policies with AI and automation. So I am running out of time, but yeah, basically, this is the power of Strawberry AI within the space of social sciences. Yes, so use it as your buddy to do research, verify sources, and compare sources as well. If there are any questions, you can go ahead and ask them. Yeah, thank you.
This is amazing, Nombali. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. I have a quick question. So after
Yes.
I get the Google Doc, right, I've automated the whole my data collection, not data collection, literature collection.
Yes.
Can I say as a prompt that drop this in my Gmail, just like you have done with the routine supply of information onto your Gmail?
Yes, you definitely can. So as soon as it finishes with the document, because I see it's still running, you can say send it to my email or forward it to, as long as you're connected to your Gmail, because when you set up your agent, you're able to say, okay, connect to my Gmail so that I
Ah,
can send emails. So you can tell it to email it to someone within the organization. You can either drop their email or it can find the email as long as the person is in the organization, and you can forward that document to them or yourself if you ask it to do so. So,
okay.
okay, it's done. Seems like it's done. Yeah, here's my document. So then I can tell it, now that we're done, send it to me via email. So,
All right.
okay. So, yeah, while it runs, I can take other questions too.
Thank you so much. Does anyone else have a question for Nombai?
I just wanted to confirm. So you're using this mainly to streamline or to the process of finding the literature or the policies or whatever it is you're looking for. You're using it, this program or this app to just do that process faster. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so you're basically using for that, and then your mention of, don't use this in a research project or something. I'm assuming you're meaning the output, like the document it creates and stuff. You can't use that, but you can obviously use the information that it generates.
Yes.
So using the articles it refers to or the documents it refers to, you can use that then to go look at it further and then use that in your research.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because the rules around AI and writing research papers, academic research papers, they are quite tough. So with
Yes.
AI, the use case would be, okay, this is what I want to research on. Can you find some journals or articles that I can read or abstracts that I can read that can help with the research? Yes, it will generate some text, but do not use it as is. Always verify the sources it gives you, verify that what is mentioned inside of the document it generates is actually inside of the journal. So, sort of like use the AI in a safe way and in an ethical way.
No, that makes perfect sense. I have attended some other AI workshops and stuff like that. So yes, I'm aware that, I think what I've taken also from those workshops and stuff is that obviously AI is a tool to enhance
Mhm.
I guess the streamlining, that's what I mean with streamlining. It's just making the process faster for you, but you
Yes.
obviously can't use it for writing for your, you can't just copy and paste and use the writing from it. But when it comes to using it as a tool for searching or for generating, helping you generate ideas and stuff, you can use it for
Yes.
that ethically, but yeah, not for writing. So thank you for just confirming.
No problem. Yes, you were spot on. Spot on.
All right. Thank you so much for that question, Lee. For those that are new to Strawberry AI, we have an existing webinar where Numbali introduced us to the tool, and you can learn more about how it works from our first webinar. But do join us again on Numbali's series as our hackathon champion that just keeps plugging us with better tools to use as social scientists. For now, have a good day and goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.